Hello, I'm Lloydetta Quaker. Welcome to Sharing Our Cultures. Joining me in conversation today is Percio Dominguez, and he's a multi-percussionist. Welcome to Sharing Our Cultures. You're in for a treat today because we have Percio Dominguez. He's a multi-percussionist, and he will be telling us a lot about his talents and his music and teaching us some of his musical instruments. Welcome, Percio.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lloydetta, for having me here.
Oh, great. It is my pleasure. I want to find out from you how you came about wanting to be a musician. Where were you? When did it happen, if you remember?
Well, my family is not like, we didn't have musicians before me, like say that. My father used to sing, but now professionally. And I once said to my mom, I wanna study a little bit of music when I was 6 years old. And I started with the recorder flute, you know, the way all the kids starts. And after a while, I just got used to playing instruments and stuff. When I was doing school, almost finishing, I did quit for a little bit because I had to focus, you know, on having good grades and stuff. And once I finished my school, I figured that there was a bachelor in music in my country. I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. I started doing that. Like I did get into the bachelor's. I did learn how to play piano, how to play guitar, how to play a lot of instruments, how to conduct choir as well. And well, I did say, you know what, this is I really want to do because I enjoy what I'm doing while I'm performing, while I'm conducting choir, while I'm doing arrangements, while I'm composing stuff, because it's like part of my soul, what I'm giving to people.
Well, that's a beautiful way of putting that. Yeah. All right, so you kept saying back in your country, where was that?
Oh, that's a good question, thank you. Yeah, I'm from Dominican Republic. Okay. That's an island that is between Puerto Rico and Cuba. Okay. And there, the culture, like we have a lot of African heritage, we have a lot of Taino heritage as well. And also, of course, we have jazz, we have rock, we have pop. But like it is a country full of culture, because we share what we have and we receive what is coming. So also we have a lot of cultural part in our food, because we love flavorful food. Same, maybe it's a part of the African heritage as well, because I've seen that Africans also like the flavorful food, you know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Dominican Republic is a really beautiful island. I'm used to tell people, oh, Dominican Republic is the place where you are going on vacation to. So, and people is always saying like, yeah, I was there in Punta Cana, I was there in Puerto Plata, I was there in Santo Domingo, seeing places and stuff, you know. Mm. So it's pretty nice.
Okay.
And warm.
Thank you.
And warm.
Very warm. So what then motivated you to come all the way here to Newfoundland, Labrador?
Love. Oh. Actually love. My wife, Nulibeth Ortiz, she's a cello player. She's now doing her undergrad, her bachelor's in performance at MUN, School of Music. And when she first talked to me about it, I was like, wow, that's a big change, because we are moving there like for all those years in studies, and I was like performing a lot in Dominican Republic, because I was performing with Pororo, that is a folklore music with fusion in Dominican Republic. We are doing like they were doing some like funk and pop and that kind of stuff mixed up with folklore music that is called Congo. Actually, that is an African heritage.
Yes.
We were talking about that earlier. And yeah, like it's really, really nice. I came from that, from performing almost every day, like rehearsals, giving some classes as well, you know. And then she was like, "Yeah, let's go to Nicagana because I wanna do my undergrad." I was like, "Sure, why not? Let's just go." Once we got here, I was like a little nervous because English is not my first language. English is my second language. So I had to actually push myself to learn how to speak better the English. And well, here I am. I just started meeting people and talking about the culture, and they got interested in my culture. I was like, maybe I should share some of my culture here.
Yes, well, I'm glad that you have shared some of your culture with us, a lot of it as well, because you were able to bring your own knowledge and experience and talent into this province, which is also very rich in terms of its musical culture.
Yeah.
And so how did you make those community connections when you came?
Wow, that's a really, really good question. You know, when you want to find something, you need to get into it. And at the beginning, when I got here, I was just focused on getting a job and stuff, as everybody. And then I said, if I want to be doing what I really like to do, I need to go downtown, watch some shows. I need to like talk to people that is surrounded by that. And then I met like Andrew Kagumba, that is one of my partners right now for one of the projects I have. And I met other people as well that made me like push myself to do stuff here. And then I met you from like Andrew Kagumba actually presented me yourself. I was like, oh, like, that is amazing. And I had the opportunity to perform because like people got interested in what I was doing. I got the opportunity to perform in the Canada Day. I got the opportunity to perform at the Rooms with the Cayenne Trio. That is one of the projects I have with my wife. She's playing cello, I'm playing percussion, and we have Osmer Chavi playing the piano parts. Okay. And it's like we're doing some jazz and Latin American fusion. Okay. It's really nice. Also, I started a new band, let's say that. I started it with a friend of mine. That is called the Enel Latin Band. So we started playing some Latin American music, and after starting that, actually I figured that we didn't have a lot of Latin American music around, like bands. We didn't have any band doing that. I was like, oh, but this is the moment to do that, right?
Yeah. I'm going to ask you to share with me now. This is a good segue to. I'm interested in that instrument sitting back there.
This one.
What is that?
Well, this one is a Dominican instrument. It's called guira.
Guida?
Guira.
Guida.
Yeah. The guira is an instrument we have in Dominican Republic that is played in many folklore musics, right? One of them is the merengue, that is the most known. Mm-hmm. And then we played as well in the salve, we played as well in Perisco Ripiao, we play in many folklore music in the Dominican Republic. And for like, it's not heavy, it's made of metal, well, aluminum actually. Mm-hmm. And it has a stick that is called actually gancho.
Gancho. And
the gancho, like you just like play with it, right? Okay. Just by sliding it or touching like that, and it makes sound.
Huh? Also, can I try?
Of course. Oh, come on.
I'd love to do that. Okay, so first of all, I have to put my hand through there.
Yeah, you can put the hand through, or you can just hold it out, as whichever is better for you.
That way?
Yeah.
That way?
Yep.
Okay.
And then for this one, the stick, you can, let me see. This part, imagine that is this part, so you're gonna hold it like that.
Hold it like that.
Yep,
Little
that
up.
is perfect.
Okay.
And then
Right.
for playing it, imagine that this is part of my arm.
Okay.
It is the guira, right?
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is do down and up. You see my arm is going down and up, down, and up, down and up, and down and up, and down and up, and down and up. Really easy, right?
Okay. Should this be closer to me or does it matter?
The closest you have it is more comfortable because
Okay.
if you have it there, then your shoulders are gonna be
Right.
tired. So
Okay.
just
All
in a
right.
comfy way,
Okay. Okay.
in a comfy way, down and up, down and up, down, up. You see?
All right.
That's really nice.
All right. So are you going to accompany me on this?
Oh, good. Sure.
We can do music together
let's
now.
do some music together. This instrument here is called tambora.
Tambora.
Yeah, the tambora is a Dominican traditional instrument as well, and it comes actually from the African heritage we have. You know that all the African all the African heritage have like drums. This drums is particular because it has two heads where you can play, right? And it's made of wood as well. We play with the stick. Sometimes the African drums they are played with stick as well. So we have that from there, and then. Like this is really easy to play. It's just hitting here, here.
All
So
right.
let's do something.
Okay.
You keep the rhythm down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm gonna play a merengue pattern. So 1, 2, 3.
Okay, well, thank you very much now. And sharing our cultures, we'll be right back.
Your opinion matters, and we want to hear from you. Get in touch with us using our viewer feedback line, your direct connection to shaping the shows you love. It's easy. Just grab your phone, scan the QR code on your screen, and take our quick survey. Share your thoughts, and let's make your viewing experience even better.
Well, welcome back to Sharing Our Cultures. We're having so much fun, and the Rogers staff are joining us, and Percio is going to tell us a lot more about his instrument.
1, 2, 3, hey. Hey.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, this was great, Percio.
Oh, it's
We had a
amazing.
really
It's
fun
fun.
time.
Well,
Thank you so much.
that's the main goal. That's the main goal. Everybody sharing, everybody enjoying. You know, like
Yeah.
that is what life is supposed to be about, right?
I totally agree, and I always say that music is a universal language.
Oh yeah.
No matter whatever part of the world you're from, once that rhythm starts, you got your harmony, your melody, and it's just music, right?
I
It's
got
just
your
music.
African parts out there. You were playing there
Yes,
and dancing.
yes, I'm really enjoying that.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's-
so much. Yes,
that's
that was
amazing.
really fun. And yeah, so you've been in Newfoundland, Labrador
Yeah.
for how many years now?
2 years and a
2
half
years
right now.
and a
Yeah.
half, all right. And you've been able to blend in with the music community here, and you've created some bands,
Yeah.
right? So tell us a bit more about those.
Well, I first started with Cayenne Trio. That was a project that I had with my wife in Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And we actually met Osmar Chavi, that is a piano player. He just graduated from MUN. He's an amazing piano player. And then we just started playing a little bit with that. We played at the Rooms. We played at many places, Tombolo, Multicultural Festival as well. And like we've been sharing a little bit of not just Latin American music, but also like American and funk and rock and that kind of stuff. So mixing up together, fusioning the music. And then 2 years ago, I started the NL Latin Band, looking for sharing more of the Latin American part. And the Latin band is not just focused on playing because we do explain like we don't have our own music yet, right? So we are a cover band, let's say that. But we play music from Oscar de Leon, from Juan Luis Guerra, from Celia Cruz, from Mark Anthony, like very well-known musicians, and we just play, but we just don't play. Just we play and explain stuff. Like we explain why what is the song saying, what we are doing with the band, like what is the composer, where is that coming from? Like we do explain the country is coming from. Also, what is the culture mixed up in that country, and like we try to not just play but share more than that and like explain. It's not I wouldn't call it education, but like just get people informed of what is happening, right?
Yeah. But that information is really important because
Yeah.
when you listen to music, it's nice to know the cultural context in which it started,
Yeah.
you know, how it's played. And so now that's a really important part
Yeah.
of learning music as well. And it's interesting you said that English was not your first language,
No,
but
it's not.
but no one would know. You've done so well in terms of communicating
Thank you.
your ideas. Now I was thinking about the KN because we do have that word in our African language as
Yeah.
well. So how did you come up with that as a title for a band?
Well, cayenne is two things in Spanish, and one of them is a tree. It's a flower. It was the Dominican flower. Let's say that and then there's another that is the cayenne pepper, right? And people get it in both ways, right? But it's because we are bringing, let's say, bringing the spice and mixing up some spices for showing it to people with that blend of music.
Okay. Yes, because we have cayenne spice. That's
Yeah.
how sort of we know that in our
Yeah.
African context. And of course, music is the spice of life, that
Oh,
they
yeah.
say. so,
Oh, yeah.
so that was a very apt title for a band. Now, you've had opportunities as well to travel outside of St. John's
Yeah.
in performance. So could you tell us some of those projects that you did?
Well, I'm not just playing Latin American music. I'm playing with Poco Butin, that is a francophone and Newfoundlandese music band. They're doing like a lot of traveling lately. Unfortunately, I haven't been in all that because I've been busy playing with the Latin band and other bands. But we did travel to Labrador the other day. We were invited for the festival in Labrador, in Labrador City actually, and I was playing drums there with them. But yeah, I'm learning how to play the bora, and I'm not just playing the instruments I know from the Dominican Republic, because then I'm not receiving, I'm just giving, right? And sharing is both ways. So I am trying to get into the Newfoundland culture as well, like to learn how is that happening, like the history of it, and well, yeah, we traveled to Labrador. We are traveling again to Lunenburg, in 2 months, and but yeah, like I'm trying to share as much as culture as I can around here.
Yeah. And that's very good that you're sharing what you've brought.
Yep.
You're contributing to the music culture here, but you're also learning
Receiving, yes.
and receiving and learning the local instruments.
Yeah.
And you're able to do that by playing together with other bands.
Yes. Yes,
With the
I
local
did. I
band.
did learn how to play spoons with Poco Butin actually.
Okay.
I didn't know how, like when they told me, oh, there's a way to play an instrument here that are spoons. I was like, spoons. Okay, and of course I learned it with the basic one, that is the one that you can buy, the cheap, the way, because it's easier. And then they showed me how to do it with spoons, like real spoons, 2 spoons together, and I was like, Jesus, this is harder than I expected. Like as a percussionist, it was not supposed to be hard. And I was like, oh wow, like there's a technique behind everything, right? But it was really fun, and we had like kitchen parties as well. My last birthday in November, I did host a kitchen party, so everybody was invited to play whatever music they wanted. We play funk, we play trad, we play whatever people just call it. We was like, let's just play because it's all the cultures together. It doesn't matter, right? So
Yeah.
it was really fun.
Right. Well, coming from a country like the Dominican Republic
Yeah.
to a place like this, what has helped you to really sort of integrate into the society? Like, because many people come here and after a year or so they leave, but you've decided to stay. What has been the reason for that decision that you've made?
Well, we are staying for now because my wife's studying. I'm gonna start my new master's in conducting, orchestra conducting, now in September. So it's gonna be fun. I know that because I've been looking forward to conducting here as well. I was a conductor in Dominican Republic as well. I was conducting choir, was conducting school bands. I was conducting sometimes orchestras whenever I had the opportunity. And I was teaching a lot as well because my undergrad is on music education. So I had the opportunity to teach for very well-known academies in Dominican Republic, also in schools. Sometimes substituting one of my professors because they couldn't make an essay. I was like, you wanna give this class? I was like, wow, it's an honor. I'm like, yes, sure. But yeah, I've been teaching for at least 7 years now. I was teaching in Dominican Republic. Here, I have some students as well, some private students as well. But for now, we are staying here, trying to share everything. Future is gonna tell whatever is gonna happen. We are going back to the Dominican Republic and share this culture because that's the main goal as well. It's not just bring our own, it's bring this one to our country as well, so people can know that this exists and that it's amazing.
Okay.
So
all right. Yeah. Well, I'm actually interested in some of the other instruments you have here. I know you're a multi-percussionist. You're actually a multi-instrumentalist as well. You told me all the other instruments that you play. A singer, songwriter, orchestra conductor, music educator. You've got so much talent, Persio. But we really would like to hear you play one of the other instruments. Maybe sing for us?
Oh, sure, sure. I can actually play and sing a little bit if you want. There's a traditional song in Dominican Republic that is called Compadre Pedro Juan. Compadre Pedro Juan is a traditional merengue. And it goes like this. Let me see. Compadre Pedro Juan, baile el jaleo. Compadre Pedro Juan, que está sabroso. Aquella niña de los ojos negros que tiene el cuerpo flexible baila en la empaliza. Compadre Pedro Juan, no pierde el tiempo. Compadre Pedro Juan, va a saquear a su dama. Se acabará el merengue y si no baila con cuidado se quedará como un perico atrapado.
Whoa. Now, those instruments, can they be played with another of these drums?
Sure, yes.
All right.
This one is actually just a clave, but I brought it because I wanted to share with you the African Antillean or Caribbean Antillean clave that is like this. Is this, right? But we use that for a African heritage we have in the Dominican Republic that is called Congo. And the Congo, they actually call it Congo because when we had the Spanish crowd coming to us, whenever it was just Taínos in Dominican Republic or the island that it wasn't called Dominican Republic, it was called Quisqueya. they brought all those Africans from the port of Congo, but they were Africans from all over Africa, not just the Congo, and they just called it Congo. And the thing is that they all got together and they mixed their cultures, and they put together a music that is called Congo. There's a folklore music that is called Congo that plays this, right? As the African Antillean clave, right? Pa, pa, pa. But also, let's try that.
And
Pa,
maybe
pa,
you can
pa.
do
Yeah.
your drum with that
Sure,
as well.
let's try that.
Okay.
That would be amazing.
All right.
Can you try that? Pa,
Okay.
pa, 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 pa. It's gonna be easier if you put your hand down here because it's gonna. Don't hold it tight, just a little
Okay.
bit. Careful with your finger. There you go.
Okay.
Here.
And then, but I hit here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be
Ready?
better. Pa, 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 ta, ta, ta. So.
All right. And sharing our cultures. We'll be right back. Thanks to Percio for sharing his musical talents and instruments with us, and thanks to you for watching. Join us next time for another episode of Sharing Our Cultures.